you just look at the numbers, and there's with 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 a train line or light rail or buses, you can minimize the amount of people, the amount of vehicles that travel any particular roadway by bringing in more mass transit. But I didn't see that anywhere in there.
Where that was the integration of land use and transportation.
But all I saw was roadways drawn all the time. There was no specific, not a picture showing that.
Okay, so we need to make our presentation more multimodal.
More graphical.
Right, okay, great. But we do, I mean, the Florida Transportation Plan is looking at all modes of transportation. And when we're looking at resilience, where we're talking about integrating land use and transportation, that's where you have to go in order to make mass transit work.
Well, so the integration is critical, because you can't grade the building without raising everything on the whole town at the same time. You're trying to end up with standstill. You're gonna have to get people canoes to go from house to house rather than by the car. I just think it needs to be part of the solution so that we can get more cars out and, rather bring more efficient way of getting people around.
Right, and I think we would all agree with that. So that's part of what we're trying to do, and what we are looking at with the Florida Transportation Plan, more transportation choices and equity and connectivity, trying to make our communities be able to have more transportation choices, and that's where part of the collaboration comes in, is we've got to work with the communities. If you look at down in District 6, Miami-Dade, their whole focus for their transportation planning is on transit. Their smart plans, they're pushing for all the capacity and all the strategic intermodal system money to go for capacity to go to transit, not increasing roadway capacity. So there's one in the back.
Yeah. Thank you. My name is Greg Seidel. I'm with the Balmoral Group. And we compete against Cambridge Systematics on a lot of things from a economic strategic planning. So when you ask about resiliency, what do we need for resiliency? We need strategic plans, and the gentleman mentioned resources. Okay, I bet nobody in this room probably knows that we had the last contract with DCA, and the last contract was to develop strategies for sea level rise for the state of Florida. This was 2010. Okay, 2010, we did that contract. We developed strategies in 2 counties, Martin County and I believe Washington County up in the Panhandle. And this is my wife, she's an economist, I'm an engineer. But basically what we're able to do is use, people like Cambridge Systematics, they understand the overall system, get the engineers involved to help them understand the details, put those teams together, develop these strategies. What they're coming up with as a strategy is going to be a great overview. But how is that implemented? And that's what the engineers need to step up and assist with that. So the gentleman mentioned resources. We need to start devoting as a state more resources into figuring out what to do with this problem. And and I don't know how many of you know that down in the Keys, they just said there's going to be a lawsuit about this. There's an island with about 30 multi-million-dollar homes that needs to have their roads raised, and they decided not to raise those roads. And whose fault is it? And what's going to happen to those homes? And what's going to happen to those property values? So the sea level rise that they talked about in 2000 is now 2020, and it's starting to affect real values and real people. So all of us need to work together, I think, as groups. And when you talk about transportation, how do you change minds? I mean, is it smart to build 50-story buildings on an island that's only 3 feet above sea level? We keep doing it at the moment. But what's the strategy to deal with it 20 years from now, 40 years from now? So anyway, that's what all the people in this room can really help with this issue. And I'd like to see that the state's getting back into it. Thank you.
Great, thank you. In the resilience conversations, not just for transportation, but for communities, managed relocation is one of the conversations that's happening, looking at are we moving back from the coast or from these hazard areas. That's starting to be discussed by numerous states and local governance. Other comments to Karen's question? What would you like to see? The one way in the back.
John Slock with the Central Florida Regional Transportation Authority. I think the interesting thing for me on this topic would be that innovation is moving at hyper speed versus our Florida policies as well as policies at the federal level. So a lot of things we're talking about, land use policies, procurement policies, access to innovation, research, to be able to start to develop policies that can actually enable these innovations to actually come to fruition would be, I think, a critical point of resilience. As well, keep those policies moving forward. An example would be procurement processes around electric vehicles and electrification of transportation. Currently, there's no statewide vehicle to purchase, procurement vehicle to purchase EV buses and transit. So we have to do it individually. That's just one example where we want to do something, but we don't really have the capability to do it very easily. So we have to be very ingenuitive and innovative in how we're procuring things, instead of developing experiments around the really true innovation.
Great, thank you. Other ideas for what you'd like to see for innovation or for resilience? Karen, do you have another question? No. Does anybody else have any more questions? All right, well, thank you very much. We do have materials in the back that please pick